stream, and on stream is saying searching for the signal.
Lovely stuff.
All right. Okay. And
Oh,
I've now got 7 versions of the program that I was trying to get running. So I'm going to switch your Amazon Live on. Okay, and that's whirring. And just wait for it to go green. Yeah, it's pretty good that they don't actually allow you to run more than one copy of the program. Okay,
that is good.
Right. So signal should be on its way to you, Nick.
Oh, I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, no, me too. just hoping against hope that we can actually go live on Amazon Live.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will, and hopefully we're going to have a cracking quiz today.
Indeed. I'm just going to double check. They both say that they're live. Oh, right, go live. Have you got it?
Oh,
you should have a go live
button. Go live. Let's go.
Right, rushing back to the studio. Take that card off. And that was. Let's just hide a few things. I'm just showing off the fact that we can now have up to 8 different items on screen. So let's hide a few of those.
I love it.
And hide the quiz for the moment. Hide that. And we're back to me and you. Hello, Nick. Right. Okay.
Good afternoon, Stephen.
Good afternoon, Nick. The sun is shining in Wiltshire. The proof is behind me. I can't get the curtains to shut the sun out, so I've got the sunshine on my green screen, and we can actually track that because as the sun goes around and down, then that should eventually disappear.
Oh, nice. Nice.
We live in hope. Okay, and I can see that my camera has got a mind of its own and decided it wants you to see more of my studio, so that's good. But I might just use the software to actually correct that. Okay, now,
brilliant.
How are things in Hampshire?
Well, it is sunny, but I've got thicker curtains, and I can't show you, but I'll have to show you tomorrow on tomorrow's show. I've got a lovely array of tea towels blocking off the light from my troublesome window. Some people get another set of curtains or blinds. So I thought tea towels would do the trick.
Okay, now first thing to notice today is that on our iPads and iPhones, it is saying that we're live, but it's not saying how many people are watching, which happened to me earlier. I have to say, I did go live at 2 o'clock. And I was live for 8 minutes 43 seconds. So I'm hoping that this broadcast together, our normal broadcast, actually goes on for a bit longer than 8 minutes 43 seconds. So server problems at Amazon.
That's
I've got the recording of it. Corinda didn't have a view account this morning either, so it was good to get that confirmed. So thank you for that, Corinda. And Corinda has joined us. Welcome back. I hope Amazon Live behaves itself now. That would be 3 of us, Corinda, hoping that Amazon Live behaves itself, because normally it runs like clockwork, but it seems to be having a day off today. I think they're actually upgrading something. Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me. And actually, that's great actually, because I had someone message me earlier that I've not been able to get back with yet, saying I did my first Amazon Live and I only had 4 viewers, and two were my friends, she said.
Oh, well, it's a cumulative thing, isn't it? I mean, on our first broadcast, if we cast our minds back, we did not do stunning numbers in our first broadcasts.
No, not at all. Yeah. Hi, Rome, by the way. Hi, Rome. Just popped in to say hello.
Good. Hello, Roland. It's popped in on your page, not mine.
No, Rome.
Roland, get your act together.
No, Rome Wilkerson.
Oh, Rome. Hello, Rome. Sorry, I misheard Nick then. Welcome, Rome.
Get my proper teeth in.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those days today, though. It is one of those days. I did a broadcast with Yeti earlier, for InVideo. And InVideo have got a swish new system, which is called InVideo Collaboration. And basically, you put your video up on InVideo, and then you can invite friends in as team members to actually discuss it. And they can edit the video with you live. Yeah. So if you've got an idea and you put the draft outline up, then you can invite people and say, okay, let's take it down again, put it up together again, and you can. And it's on we put it through its paces because nobody gives any instructions of these things. Brigitte and I pushed it through every conceivable problem, and we couldn't find any. Yeah, because you invite somebody as a co-editor, and they can edit the video, they can comment on the video, and you can chat amongst each other as well. And you can have different generations of the video, but they can only see that one video. Yeah. And they can only see that one video if they take the link. They can't see it on their own InVideo account. So everything's been thought about and everything works. So if you're doing say you're doing projects for other people, actually creating short form videos for them. Or when I say short, I mean InVideo videos are now 40 minutes. If you're creating short form videos and you wanted your client's input, you could do it live.
Wow, that's really good. And so they don't need to have the full InVideo package. That is so cool.
No, they don't need to be. All you need is, and Corinda saying, you've got it, Corinda. It's available to everybody. It's called InVideo Collaboration. Underneath each video you put on InVideo, there's a review button. Press the review button, and then you can invite people in. And as Nick just asked, they do not need to be InVideo users to actually get in and edit your video.
That's exciting because that I've got a few clients that I would love to be able to use that with, because it saves you pinging edited versions backwards and forwards, and you can just say, look, okay, let's make this cut here, that cut there, bang, bang, bing.
Change that color, change that font. All
That's
done.
brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant. Basically, it knocks other collaboration tools out of the park because you're actually on the site where you created the short video. So any changes made are made on site. You're not actually having to run back and do them. I think it's a stroke of genius from the team at InVideo.
Oh, I love that, and they got some great templates in video as well. I was looking at it over the weekend. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Shall we do a quiz?
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Should it be a movie quiz?
Yeah, we'll have a movie quiz. I'm going to bring it on screen. And I'm going to, now what I could do, I'm going to try something.
So you're going to do something fancy now with our fancy new Be Live.
What I'm going to try and do is this. Okay. That's one way of doing it, isn't it?
That works.
Well, I can switch my camera. We'll go back. I'll switch my camera off. And we'll go picture in picture. Our normal practice, that way around, and shrink Nick. Yeah, of course. Just a minute.
Oh,
yeah, you've been shrunk. You're back now. Right. Okay. Just a word of explanation. Nick is in the studio. I'm on my. This is a camera from my Microsoft Surface Book 2. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 you'll find down in the carousel. It's the best PC I've had. Well, it's a portable actually. It's not a portable, it's a tablet. It's both. It's both a tablet and a portable. Anyway, right, back to the quiz. Where should we go first, Nick?
Let's go for should we go quotes today? We haven't had quotes for a while, I think.
Quotes. Okay. Okay, quotes it is. And our next choice is which year? Can we bypass the 1940s and 50s, please?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't mind. Any year after the 50s.
Okay, let's go 80s
confidence. Then. 80s.
Right. Okay. Now the way this works is simple and straightforward. We're going to match quotes. Oh, Well, that doesn't make sense. Let's see what the next bit brings us.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a quote from which movie? Ah, right. Okay, now I know what we're doing. Now I know what we're
Ah,
doing.
I see.
Okay,
I see. Yes.
right. The quote is, "I am your father," and is it from 48 Hours, Dead Poets Society, Back to the Future, or The Empire Strikes Back? Whilst we're
W-
thinking about that, Nick, do you have something to show us?
I tell you what, I do. Funny enough, let's pull out my carousel and let's first thing on the rank is always my iPhone 12 Pro. Favorite phone ever, smartphone that is absolutely incredible. It's actually Apple's best-selling smartphone, and there's a couple of brilliant reasons for that. One of the reasons I've always got it in the carousel is because we need to have mobile devices, iOS, Apple devices, to actually go live with Amazon. So we have to flick it all on with our iOS device. I use the phone. Now, this is a brilliant phone for a couple of reasons. The camera on it is spectacular. It will shoot in 4K ultra high definition, 60 frames a second. And it's also got this amazing LiDAR technology, which means you can shoot in super low light as well. So you get the results from low light photography or videoing are absolutely incredible. It's also the first iPhone that has an optical zoom. So in the past, they were all just digital zooms. So basically, you're just zooming in on pixels. But this one has the first optical zoom, and so it allows you two up, two down, plus 10 times digital zoom as well. It gives amazing quality pictures. It's got a cracking little bionic chip in it, which also allows it to have an extra crisping feature as well. So it not only does great zooming, but also it then takes that image and crisps it up as well. That's one of the things I love about it. Also, now when you go in here, obviously I do talk about my phone a lot longer when it's just me, but a couple of other features are super fast charging. I know many people, my wife included, their phone gets down to 75% and they don't want to go out the house. Um,
Yep.
this I drop down every day. I drop down to about 3 or 4%, and it charges in just over an hour, back up to fully charged. So that's got to be good for battery life. I mean, you do have to buy the fast charger, but hey, this is Apple, so we'll forgive them that, and that's really great. Also, wirelessly charges. And the other cracking thing, particularly if you like gaming and things like that, and like to watch high definition, is it's got a fantastic 6.1 inch screen, but it's a high definition screen as well. So if you're watching, and I know many people, particularly people on Amazon, we have Amazon Prime, we've got Amazon Live Video, and so we can have high definition videos from our Amazon Video app, and we can watch it on a high definition screen. I just love it. It's absolutely brilliant. Don't get me wrong. You can also make calls with it as well. You can scroll your social media. You can jump online, but it is. It is the best. I traded up from my old iPhone 6s Plus, and it took a lot to get me to trade up because you know there are only so many things you can make better.
Yep.
And this one is great. And I know Apple, they're lovely. They bring out the iPhone 13, iPhone 14 is on its way, which makes the price of this drop further and further. And today it's on a discount, only $755 today for a phone, which I think is well worth that, if not more. And it's one of those phones that I knew it was going to be good, but the more I use it, the better it gets. And I've had it now 7 or 8 months, and it's still teaching me. So that's what I love about it. So
Well, that phone, Nick, is I've gone fuzzy. All right, I'm back. That phone is on my wish list because of all the good things you've said about it. So I put it onto my
oh,
wish list. Right, I want to
absolutely.
say a personal hello to Rome. Thank you for visiting my phone. Rome will know what I mean. And to everybody who's watching us live on Amazon Live, thank you very much. This is Nick and Stephen live from Hampshire and Wiltshire in England. We're doing a movie quiz. We need your help. If you know the answer to any of the quiz questions, it's multiple choice, which makes it easier. Then if you could let us know, it would be good.
Sorry, and Corinda's just saying, so it has 4K. Yes, Corinda, 4K. And you can film in slow motion in 4K. Just saying. So, Corinda, you definitely need one. Stephen, I think you might be slightly muted. Oh, now, Corinda is saying he thinks that the answer is 48 hours. Corinda, I might have to respectfully disagree. I can't hear Stephen. No, I still can't hear Stephen, which is a shame because he's got a lovely voice from down in Wiltshire. Although he combines it with a northern twang. But I don't like to mention Burnley these days after last week's result. And as soon as I can hear you, Stephen, I'll shut up and let you ask the question.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfecto. Yes.
Right. Okay. Let's hide me again. And as you can hear me, that's good. And I'm going to what am I going to do? I'm going to switch this camera off too. But if you can still hear me,
Hey,
that's
there
good.
we go. Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
I guess you could hear us. Corinda was saying he thinks it's 48 hours, and I'm thinking, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is 48 hours. That wasn't a film like the one that this was actually a quote from. Choosing my words carefully. Okay. Shall we go by elimination? It wasn't 48 hours, was it?
It wasn't, no. And as much as I loved Dead Poets Society and Robin Williams, it wasn't that either.
No. And I love Back to the Future, but it wasn't that either.
I guess then I can't do my
Right.
Luke.
So we're
I
going to
am your
go
father.
with The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, I'm with you on that one.
Okay. All good.
That's oh crikey.
Indeed. Indeed.
Ooh.
This is yours, Nick.
Okay, oh, deep joy. Okay, guys. So this is a quote from which movie? The quote is "Yippee ki or Yippee ki." As you can tell, I'm not sure because otherwise I'm probably doing it an injustice. So is that a quote from When Harry Met Sally, Batman, Die Hard, or The Terminator?
I've
And
got it. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it would have been any of those. I don't recall it at all.
I haven't got a clue.
No, guys, we need your help. But Stephen,
We do need your help. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Good. Okay. Down in the carousel now on my page is Logitech C920X. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unveil Logitech C920X and bring it over here. This is it. Okay, now this camera I've had for 6 years. So if you ask me about durability, this camera is as good as new. Logitech always do a quality build, and the C920X is no exception. Now you can mount or even mount this on a tripod. So I've got a three-legged tripod. Of course, every tripod's got three legs. And there's a mounting at the bottom underneath, and I just put it on there. Whether I can get it off again, different thing entirely, but I'm not going to do that live. I'll do that in the safety of my office. Okay, so what you've got is a camera on the front, which lens is 720 or 1080p. The higher the number, the better the resolution, the more clear the picture is. Better clarity, higher numbers. Problem with higher numbers, though, is that you're actually transferring more data. And to go from 720p to 1080p, you'd be sending twice as much data, which is not a problem for us. But if you're on mobile phone and you're on a tariff, it's not very friendly. You're sending people twice as much data as you need to. This is the first camera that people really took to back in 2015, 2016, and it is still a brilliant camera now. This is, however, the 920X, not the 920. This is a 920X. And the 920X comes with a 3-month subscription to XSplit VCam. Now, XSplit VCam is quite probably one of the best background removal tools ever.
Ooh.
And I've been using it since January 2019, and it's never let me down yet, just as this camera's never let me down. This is an ideal camera for somebody who's thinking about broadcasting on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, or Facebook, or on Zoom. This is an ideal Zoom camera from Logitech, which gives it a good pedigree. You can either mount it on top of your monitor, or on top of your computer, or on this tripod stand, or on a bigger tripod stand. The thing about tripod stand, of course, is that you can actually move it about. Whereas with having it on top of your monitor, you can't move it about. What you have to do is to make sure that you actually look directly into the camera on top of the monitor. Whereas with this camera on a tripod, you can actually move it about and show different angles whilst you're actually broadcasting. And for that, it is ideal. And that's it. C920X. Excellent as a gift to yourself, gift to a friend, gift to family. It's the great first camera for Zoom and for live broadcasting. It's a bestseller. Well, I've had it 6 years, so it's durable. And that's basically my recommendation, is the fact that it's still got a darn good picture after all this time. No mechanical faults at all, no trouble in the whole 6 years I've had it. All I need to do, and I've not done it now, is to actually plug it in using the USB-A cable into a PC or Mac, and don't need to do anything else. It simply works. And back to us.
I've got to admit, I've got a C920 and I love it. I have to say, it's absolute. It's a go-to webcam. It really is. Absolutely fantastic. Cool. Okay. Well, I've had a funny conversation with Corinda in the chat while you were talking about that, and Corinda is convinced that the answer to this one is Die Hard, and he even goes as far to say he didn't even Google it. So,
oh wow! Well, that. Well, the backstory to that is that we're doing Ask Angelica, German language lesson on Friday, and we could tell that Corinda was very, very quickly actually Googling everything and coming up with the right answers consistently. And we thought, well, Corinda doesn't speak German. Corinda doesn't speak German, but he's very fast on the keyboard.
He's got ninja keyboard skills, that man. Absolutely. Okay, so this quote is the Yippee-ki-yay quote. Is it from When Harry Met Sally? Batman. Can you imagine Batman saying that? Die Hard or the Terminator? And I got to admit, Corinda, yeah, I would have ruled out Batman and the Terminator. I've seen Die Hard so many times, but it's not ringing a bell. But I'm going to go with Corinda on this one, Stephen, unless you want to.
I agree. Let's go with Corinda, and we're going with Die Hard, yeah?
Let's go Die Hard, yes.
Okay. Well done, Corinda.
Good shout, Corinda. Well done.
Well played. Okay, now I'm glad we're doing 80s movies, not 40s and 50s. Right, the quote is, here's Johnny. I don't know whether the intonation was right or not, but is that from Batman, Dirty Dancing, The Shining, or Die Hard? While we're cogitating that one, Nick, do you have something to show us?
I do indeed. Yes, Dirty Dancing. What a great film. Yeah. Of course, it wouldn't be a live stream without the Blue Yeti microphone. My beautiful Blue Yeti. That is just a work of art, a piece of deep joy, and probably one of the best conversation starters you'll ever get as well if you're out and about. And it's a true story. I was delivering some training a couple of years ago, had the Blue Yeti on the desk. More people came and talked to me about the microphone than they did the training. I think might say more about my training than anything else, but it's an amazing piece of kit. This is a 3 condenser microphone. It has 4 settings. So you can have one directional, bi-directional, it can be omnidirectional, or indeed it can be stereo. So you've got all 4 settings all on this lovely little dial here. And the thing with microphones is, you know, we like to see how they sound, and different microphones sound different, and different people like the different sound of different microphones. So always try them out and see which ones you like. Stephen's got some great microphones, and you know, they all sound like Stephen, but very, very clear. So yeah, so great microphone. I think on this one is it's got some great gain on this as well. Really sensitive, super easy to use. It just plugs in USB. If you're using a Mac or a PC or a laptop, it will be recognised by the operating system. So it really is plug and play. What I would say is, as a top tip, when you do plug it in first time, go into your operating system's microphone settings and set it up in there as well, because the gain here, if I turn the gain, I'm using crisp, so it wouldn't actually work, but if I turn the gain up and my Mac, the fan came on, you would hear the fan, even though it's just one directional. It's super sensitive. I have it on a lovely desk stand, because my desk has a little rubber mat on it, but you can pop any mic stand, it will just slide in there, screw in, no problem at all. And also you've got the mute button, so you can mute yourself, and you've got the volume button, so you can hear yourself. You can plug in your earphones, so you can actually hear yourself directly through the microphone, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's lovely. It doesn't come with the mouth guard, so you have to get those yourself. But it's currently 23% off. It is currently less than $100, so $99.99 for a Blue Yeti microphone, I think, is a bargain, and you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it, and you can have so much fun with it as well. It's they're great fun, these microphones, and you can make your voice sound deeper or indeed lighter. So yeah, it's all good fun. And so as a microphone, I couldn't recommend one more wholeheartedly.
Brilliant. Angelica's got a snowball. Good company, Blue, are they not?
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do love a Blue Yeti.
Okay. And welcome if you're watching us on Amazon Live. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. One of the joys of actually doing a two-person show is that when I switch microphones, if Nick can still hear me, the switch went perfectly. If he can't, then I can make corrective action straight away. Anyway, question 3, film 3. Here's Johnny. Is that a quote from Batman, Dirty Dancing, The Shining, or Die Hard? Difficult one, Nick.
It's a tricky one, but it's one of my favourite films.
Indeed.
It's The Shining, and Corinda is saying The Shining as well. And he's also saying, Corinda's saying he's got a new mic, which he's going to be unboxing soon as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that one, guys. So yeah, I say it's The Shining. Corinda says it's The Shining. And judging by how you delivered, frankly, an Oscar-winning performance,
Thank you.
I think you think it's The Shining as well.
I do think it's The Shining. And we're batting 3 out of 3. Question 4.
I love it. Oh, here's one. Here's a quote from which movie? This is a 1980s movie. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Who might have said that? Or which movie was it set in? Was it The Shining? Did he say it to Johnny? I wonder. I don't know. Was it in Scarface, Batman, or Fatal Attraction? And while we contemplate our answers, Stephen, over to you.
Very good. Okay. And basically, don't forget the C920X. I'm going to put that to one side. And what I'm going to do now, because Nick showed you the Blue Yeti, I'm about to show you my new favorite microphone. And hopefully this will work without knocking the set over again. Just a minute. I'm going to have to take evasive action because I've got a battle of 2 microphones here. Oh, this is it. This is the Elgato Wave 3. And I basically love the tone of this microphone because, as Nick said, we've all got personal favorites. And this is my favorite microphone. It's got controls on the front to to control the level of the mic, the level of the headphones. And I mean, style. I love this style. Okay, but we can't all like the same things, and that's the beauty of it. Basically, USB microphone plugs in, and you don't need to do anything else. You can just use it straight out of the box on your PC or Mac, and you're listening to it now. And I'll put it down so that my sound doesn't go wobbly. It obviously is a stationary microphone. And this is it. I mean, you can go closer to the Elgato 3 and your voice is clear. It's got a built-in guard, so I can go very close to the microphone. But this is only part of the story, this microphone. I'm trying to get it on screen so you can actually see it. It's there. That means I'm going to turn it slightly so you can actually still hear me. I'm going to go closer to it. The thing is that this has software with it, which is called, this is the Elgato Wave 3. The software is called Wavelink. And what the Wavelink can do is it can allow you to send 6 other sound sources through the microphone. So you can send your system sound, you can send Spotify, you can send sound from your browser through this microphone direct into your studio. And to me, that is a bonus, because to be able to bring music into the studio and play it on a licensed place like Mixcloud is one of my dreams. I'm working on that at the moment, and I'm going to move it back so you can hear me a bit better. But the microphone does need to be in front of you. It does need to be pointing at you, and you can get very, very close to it. So
nice.
that's the Elgato Wave 3 with mixer software. Now, the microphones I'm showing you now, as Nick said earlier, when we're on a solo show, we can talk wax lyrical about microphones, and you'll get an in-depth look at the Yeti and at the Elgato Wave 3 if you watch Nick's shows 12 p.m. Eastern, Nick.
12 p.m. Eastern, yes.
Right. Nick is live at 12 p.m. Eastern daily, apart from today, of course. And you'll hear more about the Blue Yeti and the iPhone and the other things in Nick's carousel. And you can join me every day at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK, 3 p.m. in Belgium. And we can talk for half an hour about a microphone, no problem at all. But because we're playing the quiz today and we like to keep things moving, we've got plenty of items to go through. The Elgato Wave 3, brilliant microphone. It's in my carousel today for $149, and basically, as much as Nick recommends the Blue Yeti, I recommend the Elgato Wave 3.
Oh, and I have to say, that does sound amazing. And I like the idea of being able to bring in other audio sources.
Yeah,
I think that is great.
I mean, I've tried Banana, all these systems that you can use, mixers, software mixers you can use to bring sound in, and I find them too confused. Well, no, more to the point, I can't get them to work. This however is simple and straightforward, and I was able to bring Spotify in just like that, just click of your fingers. Okay, question 4.
So back to the movie quiz, and the quote is, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And is that quote from The Shining, Scarface, Batman, or Fatal Attraction? And Corinda is saying Batman.
Right, well, we know it's not The Shining. Well, it shouldn't be, because we've had that as an answer once. Fatal Attraction, I can't imagine them saying that to each other. Do we agree with Batman? Should we?
Oh, definitely. It was the Michael Keaton Batman.
Right. Okay.
And I just got a question from Keymontrez McNeely. How much was it? Which microphone are you asking? That one. One of them was $99, and Stephen's one I think was $149.
Yeah, you'll see down the carrot. Just a minute. Just let me do this if I can without breaking it. Whilst we're live, you'll see the items we're talking about down the carousel. They're highlighted either with an orange border or a red border, and the price is underneath. Now, whilst we're live, Some of the items may attract a discount, as Nick's Blue Yeti did earlier. We can tell you what the discount is. You click on the link, you go to the page on Amazon.com. It's the normal Amazon.com page. You can find out the full specifications of the item, and you'll be charged the price that's in the carousel. Okay, so Nick's was 99. The Elgato Wave was 149. Back to us. Okay, question 5 then. The quote is, "Say hello to my little friend." Was the movie Scarface, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Batman, or The Karate Kid? Whilst we're cogitating, Nick, it's over to you.
I've got a fit of the giggles on that one. So while I try and compose myself, I'll also talk to you about this, the Zion Smooth. Now this is in the carousel. We got the most up-to-date version of this, the Zion Smooth 5 gimbal. This one is a couple of years old, and this was the Smooth 2. But equally, they are very good. So the 5's got the more of a foot for stands and everything, but the actual company are really good. And sort of for those watching, thinking, what do you do with a gimbal? Well, basically, it holds your camera, or in my case, my phone, nice and steady, and I can pan left and right and zoom in and out. Yeah, if you're walking along, and I used to do this a few years ago as a demonstration. I'd be walking along with the phone, and then I'd on a live stream, and then actually put the phone in the gimbal, and the difference between the shake and the smoothness was noticeable, massively noticeable. On this one, they come super easy to put together. This one, because I've got a slightly larger phone, I have to put a counterbalance in, or an extra weight. So that just pops in there. That's all great demonstrations. Never actually goes according to plan, but that slides in. I'm going to use the iPhone 6 for the moment just to demo it. And so literally all you do, pop it in, all nice and secure. And then we want to just turn it on, and it should flip into life, hopefully. It would flip into life if it was charged. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. So that's it. That flips into, and as you can see, now you can move around, and it's totally seamless. And all these have got different settings, so you can click it once and go to the left, go to the right, up and down as well. So it's really cool. And you've got what happens is you then want to download the app, so the app is in your phone, and then actually you can use the little buttons to then zoom in, zoom out actually on your phone, and you can actually change some of your phone's camera settings as well without actually having to touch the screen and mess about with it. Super lovely, really light. It's just got is it ergonomically
Yep.
good. Yeah, it just sits in your hand, feels lovely, beautiful balance to it, and yeah, a really lovely piece of kit. And I love playing around with gimbals. It's one of those things that I've got another one that I don't think is on Amazon, so I can't show you it, which actually tracks you. But this one is super cool. And again, this one I've had for a couple of years. Really beautiful. But then the most recent ones, the newer ones, are the Zion Smooth 5 gimbal, $169. And the reason I got this one initially a few years ago was that I had a good friend who was a professional videographer, and we were both on the same course one day, and he said, "Nick, check this out." And he had actually gone through so many different gimbals, testing them out, that it was a no-brainer when he said, "Yeah, try this one." So yeah, went and bought it. And the rest, as they say, is history. So if you want to shoot some really nice, steady, cool videos outside, I mean, Stephen does some brilliant walks with Angular and uses his gimbal. It makes the world of difference. It really does. So yeah, that's my Zion Smooth gimbal, and it's the Smooth 5, which is the most up-to-date version, and that is in the carousel right now.
Brilliant. I mean, yeah, there's nothing like going out and about and actually filming. And both the Zion and I've got the And the other one. We'll call it the other one for now. Right, okay. The quote is, say hello to my little friend. Is it from Scarface, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Batman, or The Karate Kid?
I genuinely don't know. I'm torn
Yeah.
between Who Framed Robert? Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Scarface? Because I'm thinking, here's my logic. I'm thinking Scarface, hello to my little friend might be some sort of knife or something.
Okay. You've made it easy for me. I'm going to agree with you and go for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think that is Corinda. What's Corinda saying?
Oh, Corinda has obviously got internet issues and not Googled it yet.
Right, okay. In that case, we plump for Who Framed Roger Rabbit and press the button now. No.
Oh, what's Scarface?
There
you go. Darn. That was my logic. My little friend might have been a knife, but I thought it was Roger Rabbit. I've forgotten the name of the actor. Who was the short actor in it?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. That's right. I thought that's what it might have been. Oh. Oops.
We're English. It's the taking part, not the winning, that counts.
Exactly. And so let's move swiftly along and draw a discreet veil over that answer. This is a brilliant quote. The quote is, "They're not going to catch us. We're on a mission from God." And is that Sudden Impact, The Blues Brothers, Aliens, or Die Hard? And Stephen, let's have a little think.
Okay, I'm going to go over here, hopefully, and go full screen. No, that doesn't want to. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Nick talked to you a moment ago. About gimbals, and gimbals are great because you can forget about dropping the camera. You can forget about shaky videos. Gimbals sort that out. But the other thing, if you're actually going to be filming, is you actually want to be heard when you do a narration. Now, when I go out and about with a gimbal to Stonehenge or to Salisbury or to Avebury, then I always go with my lapel microphone. Now, the principle of the lapel microphone is very simple. I'm going to go over here to show you, just to show that this is the original product in the original case. I've got a short story about that in a minute, but this is brand new. This arrived from Amazon last Friday, and they've got a great quote on the back which says, "Words can change lives, record them perfectly." And this is a perfect little microphone. Now, when I put it in here, the cabling was all tidy. Okay, I'm about to take it out, and as you can see, it's got a little bit knotted. But this is the lapel microphone. The microphone is there. It's got a crocodile clip, and it simply attaches to your clothes. And in the other end of it, you plug in to, if I could find it, well, no, I can't find it. You plug the other end, which is an normal audio lead, into the bottom of your phone. As soon as you plug that in, it cuts out your mobile phone microphone and replaces it with this one. Now, this one is lapel, so it goes on your clothing, which means that you're absorbing the sound all around. Now, I know, I'm grateful to Rome for this, that you can make your phone single direction, but this is a step up from using the microphone built into your phone, because you won't hear the noise of the crowd all around you. You won't hear the traffic. Your voice will be the voice that's heard. And it's the difference between shooting a video for your own use and shooting a video that you're subsequently going to put on YouTube. The microphone is the difference. The clarity of your sound. We've talked about microphones on desktop. This is the microphone for a mobile, and this is a wired microphone. And there is in the box, this box, there is also an extension cable which you can use if you need it. But I find that this cable is long enough to actually go from me to the phone, which is on the gimbal, and you get great quality sound on all your videos, cutting out any background noise. It's down in the carousel at the moment. It's a featured item, and I can tell you today that this microphone is 3545, which is 41% off. Okay, so you won't find a bigger bargain than that today. 41% off, and it's back to the quiz.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I love a lapel mic. I got one as well. So the quote was, "They're not going to catch us. We're on a mission from God." So was that from Sudden Impact, the Blues Brothers, Aliens, or Die Hard? Any idea, Stephen?
Can I mention? Can I imagine Bruce saying this?
No.
Right. So Die Hard. Okay, I'm going to go with Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, absolutely. It's the Blues Brothers.
Okay,
Yay!
we're
Back
back on
on
track.
track.
Question
Well done.
7. I'll have what she's having. Is that a quote from When Harry Met Sally, Fatal Attraction, Dirty Dancing, or the Blues Brothers? Whilst you're thinking about that,
Ooh.
Nick, it's over to you.
Ah, cool. Well, I got to admit, Stephen, I'm glad you were chatting about the microphone a minute ago, because I was it allowed me time to go and grab from my coat pocket my favourite little earbuds that I use, because I was out and about this morning walking to a client, and I wanted to listen to a podcast. So I had my wireless earbuds, and knowing that I've got them in my carousel, I forgot and left them in my coat. So I was able to quickly nip and get them. So I can show you them. Now, these are so lovely. They're in the carousel. They are only $50. So cheap as proverbial chips. And the reason I got these was because when I bought the iPhone 12 Pro back in the old days, we used to get these little headphones from Apple as well. Came with the phone. Very handy. Thank you. But now things have moved on. And now you've got earbuds, iPhone earpods, which are also in the carousel if you want to check those out as well. But these ones for $50, I think, are absolutely great. This is their little carry case cum charger. It's a wireless charger, but also you can charge it through the USB cable as well. And they come out there in black or white. I went for the white ones, obviously. Hence they're in my hand. And they are super, super cool. Now, from nothing to, if they were totally out of charge, you could charge them up for 10 minutes and they will give you 2 hours playback time, which is super, super fast charging. As I say, I've lost count of the number of times I've said I've only charged these at the back end of December. We're now in March and I've used them pretty much every day and they're still going strong. So they are incredible. They last forever. They really do. Now, Stephen knows, of course, I'm a bloke from England, so I never actually read the instructions when I get something. And I didn't read the instructions on how to fit them properly. So the first couple of weeks I was walking around and one kept falling out of my ear, which is a little bit annoying. I still liked them though. But then I came back and my niece said, "No, Nick, you've got different covers." So it does actually come with 4 or 5 different ear covers, so you get them that will fit your ears nicely. Now they fit in lovely and snug. I can play all day. Now, super easy to use. You just one tap to answer your phone, a couple of taps and you can be playing your music or listening to your podcast. You can adjust the volume. One of the things I really like, they're 90% noise cancelling. They're also double award winners. I thought my Blue Yeti was an award winner. These have won 2 awards. That's how good they are. So no, 90% noise reduction. They do have a enhanced bass, but what I really like about them is there's actually 4 microphones. There's 2 microphones in each earbud, and the quality is really good. Now, I'm with Stephen on the fact that if you're out and about and filming and you want to put something on your YouTube channel, yes, absolutely, lapel mic is the way to go. But I do a lot of live streaming into Facebook groups ad hoc, like on the hoof, as we like to say. And as long as it's not too windy, then these really do work very well, really do pick up nicely, really crisp. You don't have to have both in, you can just have one in if that lights your boat as well. I can't quite think why you'd only want one. But they are great. They're, yes, little stereo earbuds. They do exactly what they say on the tin. Bluetooth connect straight away. In fact, normally when I take them out of their little carry case charger, it says Bluetooth connected, and normally my iTunes on my phone kicks in straight away. Oh, that's the other thing. Now, when you come in, you can hear your iPhones, but then you take them out, automatic pause. That's another lovely little thing. So, if someone rings you, it'll pause it automatically. If someone talks to you and it's like, oh man, you just take your earbuds out, say, yes, what is it? I'm listening. Actually, your music will pause as well, or it certainly does with Apple for sure. So yeah, for $50, guys, or under 50, just under $50, these are super little earbuds. That again, makes a lovely little gift, super little gift for what's coming up: Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day,
Yeah.
birthdays, high days and holidays, or even just if you want to surprise your loved one. What better way to do it? Nothing says I love you more than a set of wireless earphone, true wireless earbuds, in my book.
I think what you could also surprise people with, and it's down in the carousel, is with a Fitbit. So
Oh yes.
Fitbit and the earbuds, ideal gift that people would not expect at all. Okay, question 7. I'll have what she's having when Harry met Sally, Fatal Attraction, Dirty Dancing, The Blues Brothers. The movie quiz, just as a note, is supplied by Trivia Plaza. If you want to have a movie quiz in your broadcast anytime, contact Trivia Plaza. They will give you permission to do so, as they did to us, and then you can have this in your show. We're just doing a screen share to actually get it into the broadcast, and it gives us a chance to sort of show the products and to have a bit of fun at the same time. Okay, now I've got a feeling about this one, Nick, and I'm gonna go with When Harry Met Sally.
Yes, is it that famous scene? I mean, they've all got famous scenes, but I can't remember anyone saying it in the Blues Brothers. Might have been
No,
Dirty Dancing, not really seen it. And Fatal Attraction, I saw that once and swore I would never cheat on anyone ever again. So I'm with you, Stephen, on that one. I think it might be When
when
Harry
Harry
Met
Met
Sally.
Sally. When Harry Met Sally. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Question 8.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, Hoke, you're my best friend. Now then, interesting. This is a quote from which movie? Is that a quote from the Blues Brothers, Crocodile Dundee, When Harry Met Sally, or Driving Miss Daisy? Hoke, you're my best friend. Mm.
I don't know.
Well,
Right.
we might have to
Okay.
do a
Well,
process of elimination.
whilst we're thinking about that, there is a gadget that's basically changed the way that I broadcast in 2022. This gadget costs $16.99 and it's a game changer. It's not old new technology, it's old technology, and I'm going to show it to you now. It is here, and this is it. This is, he said, an anchor, four-way USB port. Now, this is an Amazon bestseller, and the basic reason for that is it is worth its weight in gold. I wanted to have two cameras or two microphones attached to a single PC. This is the way to do it. It's a USB-A system, and basically you unplug your camera, plug this unit in, and you've then got four sockets. This is powered by your PC, and basically means that you can have two microphones, two cameras, or even a Toshiba 2 terabyte hard drive plugged in, and they work as if they were plugged directly into your machine. And I've been using this now for 2 months. And as I say, it's down in the carousel at the moment. It's only $16.99. And if you are wanting to use two cameras or two microphones, this is the way to actually do it. All I can say is that that unit works out the box. Plug it in, plug your microphones in, plug your cameras in, plug your hard drives in, plug your DVD in. Computers don't have DVD players these days unless you buy an external one for about $30. And you can plug it into here and you can play CDs through your computer, or you can watch DVDs. Simple and straightforward, easy to use, plug and play at its best, and a well-tried and tested product, Amazon bestseller, and that's the Anchor 4-way USB.
Nice. I love that. Really cool. Okay, so while we still pondering the movie quote, Hoke, you're my best friend. So was that a quote from the Blues Brothers, Crocodile Dundee, When Harry Met Sally, or Driving Miss Daisy? And
what are your thoughts? Where are you heading towards, Nick?
well, I'm thinking Process of Elimination. The only movie out of that I've not actually seen is Driving Miss Daisy.
Right.
And I just don't recall it being in any of the others. But I don't know. I mean,
That's a good rationale. I mean, I was half thinking Crocodile Dundee, but I will go with. I'm just hedging my bets, Nick. Sorry.
Yeah, because he was. He was. Well, he was Mick Dundee, wasn't he? So.
All right. Okay. So, Driving Miss Daisy, educated answer, correct. Well played. Okay. Question 9. The quotation is, "He slimed me." Was it from Rain Man, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Crocodile Dundee, or Ghostbusters? Nick, do you have something that you could show us whilst we're thinking?
You know what? I do. And I've got to admit, this is one of the joys of. Oops, just trying to get it onto my carousel. One of the joys of being able to live stream on Amazon is that when you're good, like me and Stephen, you get sent things. And so, I was super lucky. I got sent a couple of drones from Holystone, and this is the HS260 drone. It is in the carousel, as are the other drones. Actually, they're sending me another. And this is a cracking little drone. It's a good little starter drone. It has got, obviously, it's a 4-quad drone. It's got it's got spare rotor blades. What you really want to know is that actually it's got a 1080 high definition camera that you can move around in this drone. It's got some super little features, so it will follow you. Now, so I always say to Stephen, it follows you, but it can't see trees, because I learned my lesson. It follows you. Basically, what you do is you get your phone, you download the app, and it creates a little. It's like a little wireless network between the phone and the phone and the drone, so you can set it at any particular height or distance from you, and it will follow you. It basically follows the phone. Other little things it does is it allows you to it will do voice control, and it will do gesture control. I've not tried the gesture control yet, but voice control, go forwards, backwards, left and right, all good. It's also, you can actually put in a pre-laid track, so you can actually tell it where you want it to go. And that allows you to then just focus on taking the videos or the photographs. Now, the other thing that you can do is, while it's flying, you can actually then send that to your social media. Hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate that later on this week. We've got some nice weather. So it's super cool. So while you're out and about, you can be sharing what you're doing really, really fast on your social media. It comes with 2 batteries, so it gives you about 35-minute flight time. If it gets a little bit far from its base, or if it starts to think it's going to lose power, then it has an automatic return home feature as well. It's great. And also, and I'm not quite sure, okay, it's going to show my ignorance because I'm still like a new droner, but also you can set it doesn't have to, you can have the head one way or the other way, so it's dual headed. Doesn't matter whether you're going backwards or forwards, which is quite clever, but not quite worked out why. But it's great. It's a really great starter drone, though, and this is the thing: super easy to set up, start, and it's something magical about when you set it up and you got it on your phone, and you can see on your phone screen, high definition phone screen, guys. Just saying, and you can actually see what the camera sees. and it's so cool, absolutely brilliant, and nice and portable. Comes in a lovely little carry case, so ideal if you're going on holiday. That's an ideal drone. But what I would always say is just make sure if you're going taking it on holiday, what the rules and regulations are for drone flying where you are. Don't fly in restricted airspace, and of course be careful of other people's privacy as well, because it is recording in high definition. So you don't want the rozzers knocking on your door, giving you a ticking off afterwards. But that's a brilliant little drone. If you're into drones, you want to start droning, that's a cracking little starting drone to get you going. So thank you, Holy Stone, for sending that to me. Really, really do appreciate that. Great fun.
Brilliant, brilliant. And it gets you outdoors, doesn't it? This is the thing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, can I say it's better than golf?
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not a golf player either. Right. If you're watching us on Amazon Live, we'd like to say thank you. If you've got any questions about anything that Nick and I show you, then please do ask in the comments. The comments disappear after the broadcast. In addition to that, if you are enjoying what you're seeing today, then you can follow Nick or I, depending on whose page you're on, simply by pressing the button. We don't get your information. Amazon keep that. But if when we go live again, you may get notified. Not consistently, but you will get notified when we next go live. And it means a lot to us, because in Amazon's eyes, the more people who are following us, then the better it is. Okay, so back to question 9. He slimed me. Was it Rain Man, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Crocodile Dundee, or Ghostbusters? Now, which of those films had slime in is the first question.
Exactly. It's one of the, I think it's one of the most famous quotes. And I'm trying to think, was it Dan Aykroyd or?
Yeah, could have been.
It was, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, cracking film. Yeah, so it was Ghostbusters for sure.
Okay, so we come up to the final question, question 10 of 10, and so far we're batting 8, which is absolutely brilliant. Question 10, Nick.
That's one of my favourite films. This quote is from which movie? Wax on, wax off. Is that quote from 48 Hours, Sudden Impact, Back to the Future, or The Karate Kid? And while we have a little think about that one, over to you, Stephen.
Right, okay. Down in the carousel is the spot. Now, we normally talk about the C920, 922, 925, 930, but this is the Spot Tiny. I'm using it as my second camera today. It's focused on the desktop, but if I press one button, it will focus on me. Now, the thing about the Spot camera is that it's got a 270-degree field of vision. I can prove that to you, because that, by clicking another button, I can take it over to the preset location on the wall, and you can see my Under Armour rucksack, which is not in the carousel, and a picture of Avebury Stone Circle. 4,500 years ago it was built. In the 1800s, they built a village in the middle of it. Avebury Stone Circle is bigger than Stonehenge, and if you have visiting Stonehenge on your bucket list, then do include going to Avebury as well, because that is another example of building in those times, 4,500 years ago. But I'm going to come back to me now. So we're switching from there back to me. So I'm just pressing a button and this is working. Okay, so you've got 3 preset locations through 270 degrees. And I'm just checking something at the moment, and then I'm going to show you something which I love demonstrating, and you'll see why in a moment. If you think the camera's moving, that's because it is. The thing about the Osbot is it's 720p and 1080p like the C920, but it also has AI, artificial intelligence, tracking. It can track you. Now, if you're somebody who moves about a lot during your broadcast, in fact, if you're somebody who, hopefully this will work, if you're somebody who stands up and doesn't knock the table too far, okay, if you're somebody who stands up during the broadcast and wants to move about, then the Obspot is the camera for you, because this is tracking software. As I move about the room, and I'm going to move my chair out of the way, okay, you can see that the camera is actually tracking me. And what it's doing is it's leaving headroom at the top. That's important. I'm making sure that I'm in the center of the screen. I'm making sure I look at the camera. And as I move closer to the camera will automatically adjust. And this is brilliant for demonstrating when you stood up. Now, we all know that if when you stood up and you're demonstrating a product, you simply have more energy than if you were sat down. And it also means that you can give a different demonstration than you would do if you were sat down. Now, I can take these Aftershocks earbuds, which are down in the carousel, and I can put them on. They go over the ear, okay, and they are bone conduction headphones. They do not sit in your ear canal. This means that your ears are free. You can carry on a conversation with the person next to you. You can hear the traffic. You can hear the silent cyclist coming up behind you. For safety, these are darn good. You've got dual controls, so you've got controls on either side. You can take and make phone calls. You can use voice dial to make the calls. As far as the sound is concerned, the sound is conducted through your head, and it's as good as, I mean, it's not hi-fi, but it's as good as earbuds, okay? But the thing is, you've got more freedom. Now, these are available in different colors, okay? So you don't have to have a light blue that I've got. You can click the link in the carousel, you go straight to the Amazon.com page for the product, and you can find a whole range of Aftershocks. And if you can't remember the name, they are Aftershocks, and hopefully that's the right way around. Is that the right way around, Nick?
Oh,
Yes, it is.
yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So this is the most fun that I've had with the camera because it does track what you're doing. And it means you can sit down and you can stand up. So in a Zoom call, if you want to stretch your legs and walk around the room, the camera will follow you and you can carry on talking on a Zoom call as you're actually stood up. 1080 and 720. Okay, bigger number, clearer the picture. Okay, and there is a new Opspot camera, the Opspot 4K. You'll find details if you click the link in the carousel. You'll find out more about both cameras. Now, I've had more fun using this camera than the static cameras, the C920, 922, 925, 930. are sat on top of your monitor, on top of your PC. They do not move. This camera moves and it tracks you as you actually move around the room. Put your chair back in place without knocking a table over. And you can do all sorts of things with this camera. For example, if you are a teacher and you want to record your session as you move about the days, about the stage, yeah, you can turn the Opspot camera, as Corinda told me this, Nick, you can turn it upside down, okay? You can attach it to bar and it will film you upside down as you're moving about in front of the class, doing a lecture. You can actually film the whole thing, and as you move about, the camera tracks where you're going and you are always the center of focus. So this has many uses, many uses. It's called the Opspot Tiny. It's down in the carousel. It's $199 today. It came out originally, I'll take it just a minute. It's got one fault. It sometimes loses where you are.
It's got a
Well,
mind of its own.
It has. Oh, it's got AI, Nick. It's got AI. It's definitely got a mind of its own. So the headphones down the carousel, Aftershocks. I use them every day. I use the Opspot every day when I'm broadcasting live on Amazon Live. I always have fun demonstrating it. It is a quality built camera. It was originally funded on Indiegogo and oversubscribed. They're selling well, and I've got to tell you that I am so impressed by the camera that the next generation one, which is the Opspot 4K, which does do the 4K bit, also has 4x zoom. So I'll be buying that later this year. Continuing and never-ending improvement, especially in the live broadcasting world. So watch out for that later this year. But for the moment, if you're looking for a camera that can see more than other cameras can dream of, then the Opspot Tiny is the camera to actually use. More details down in the carousel. Come back to the quiz. Okay, which means I can sort myself out now. Right.
That does look an amazing camera, I have to say. I just love the way it tracks you. It is so clever. That's definitely on my wish list for sure. I've got a birthday coming up in May. I think I might have to put the feelers out for that one. But anyway, back to the quiz, and the quote is "Wax on, wax off," and is that quote from 48 Hours, Sudden Impact, Back to the Future, or indeed the Karate Kid? And
Right. I don't have a clue, Nick.
do you really not?
I should do, but I don't.
It's one of my favorite films. It's Mr. Miyagi is teaching Daniel's son how to do karate, and one of the movements was waxing on the car, wax on, wax off. They got to polish all the cars. Poor Daniel was thinking, what on earth am I doing here? This is, I want to learn karate. And Miyagi is just making him wax the car and then take the wax off, because that's the same motion as you need when you're blocking in karate. Yeah, I didn't take any karate lessons in the end, Stephen. I just watched Karate Kid over and over again.
Oh well, I've got two stories. A Karate Kid. Are we going for? Yeah,
Yes, please.
of course. Right. So we got. Oh, what a
Oh,
good day! Look at that. Let's leave that on screen for a minute. We got
I'll take
9 out
that.
of 10. The average 26,456 people have done the quiz, and we have got 9 out of 10. And
Yay.
thank you, Corinda, for your help. We'll be playing this quiz again next week. Well, different quiz, same sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll
And
get
if
10 out
you
of 10
want to
next
put your
week.
answers in, we don't do that. We don't do the same quiz every week. We get 9 out of 10. We don't see the questions beforehand. We don't have a
No,
clue what the questions are going to be.
no.
Right. Okay.
We only know it's going to be films, but we only decide on what sort of questions
Yeah.
actually when we
And
do the quiz.
just a reminder that the movie quiz is courtesy of Trivia Plaza. If you want to use a movie quiz in your broadcast, then just contact Trivia Plaza and they will undoubtedly give you permission and commission. No, there's no commission. This is a free service, but this is Trivia Plaza. And thank you to Trivia Plaza. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go here.
Here, there, and everywhere. That's what we like to see.
Nope. What's going on?
This is why Stephen is the producer.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying
good.
to produce things. I'm just trying to. Just a minute.
It's okay. That's okay. I don't
Right.
mind.
It's basically
Hello.
if I switch that camera on and go like that. Okay,
Ah,
we're here now. Blooming heck, as
there
we
you
say up
go.
north. Yeah, that's definitely northern saying.
It is indeed. So cool.
Right.
Actually, yeah, being
Yeah.
northern, quick shout out to my nephew James, who's as northern as they come. Happy birthday, James, today.
Happy birthday, James. Yeah, I mean, in fact, it's my son's birthday next week. Oh, there
Ah,
you go. Say happy birthday to him next week. Right. When's your next broadcast, Nick?
cool. Okay, for me, next broadcast, changing around because of circumstances have changed. So changing around. Next broadcast will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 12 p.m. lunchtime Eastern, which is 5 p.m. in the UK, which I think is 10 a.m. Pacific.
Right.
Might be 9 a.m. Pacific, but yeah.
My broadcasts are 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. And if you watch either show or both shows, you can ask questions about anything to do with live broadcasting and drones and Blue Yetis and Elgato Waves. I mean, it's our pleasure to be here. We are happy to actually be broadcasting from the UK on Amazon Live. And we're having such a blast doing it. Hopefully you can tell that. All you need to do What, Nick? What do they need to do?
Oh, all we need to do is just click that little follow button. I think it's down in the left-hand corner. Super subtle follow. You don't get spammed with email, anything like that. I think all you do is you might get a little notification when we go live again. And as Stephen said earlier, it makes no difference to you, but it makes a world of difference to us because Amazon see that and think, hey, we're doing good. And there aren't many of us Brits,
No,
broadcasting live on Amazon.com. So it's a very privilege for us.
true. There are only 5 of us, and you've got 2 of them here. So there you are. We're a rare species. English broadcasters on Amazon Live. Thank you to Amazon Live. Okay, so back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern and at 12 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And Nick and I will see you again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. All of them. See you
Hey,
later. Bye.
every day. Take care, guys.